What if Pennywise was never the real monster, just the warning sign? HBO just dropped the first teaser for It, Welcome to Derry, and it flips the entire mythology on its head. This isn't just about a killer clown, it's about the town that breeds the horror. From the Black Spot Fire to twisted timelines and deep-cut Stephen King lore, this series could rewrite everything we thought we knew about it. We're breaking it all down, so if you want to stay ahead of every chilling twist, hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel and keeps videos like this coming. Welcome to Screen Scramble. Let's dive in. Welcome to Derry, a town built on fear. Welcome to Derry opens with an eerie roadside encounter. A young hitchhiker is approached by a couple who offer to take him home, but when they ask where that is, he simply replies, "Anywhere but Derry." That moment sets the tone. In the next scene, we see a new family arriving in town, full of hope and excitement, but the mood shifts quickly. As they settle in, a woman walking her dog glares at them without a word, an unspoken signal that they may not be welcome here. Many believe this family is the Hanlons, relatives of Mike Hanlon from It, Chapter 1 and 2. Their presence may be more significant than it first appears. Derry isn't just a location, it's a character, and a sinister one. For longtime fans of the It universe, the setting is more than familiar. It's the same backdrop where every 27 years, children go missing and no one talks about it. It's the town that looks the other way. Executive producer Jason Fuchs put it this way in an interview with AV Club. "We wanted Derry to feel like a trap, pretty on the outside, rotting underneath. It's not just where the horror happens, it helps cause it." That's how King wrote it. In the original novel, Derry wasn't just unlucky, it was infected. Generations grew up learning not to ask questions, not to see what was happening. Murders, disappearances, cruelty, it all happened in plain sight, and the town just forgot. Pennywise didn't create the horror, he took advantage of it. That's the genius behind Welcome to Derry's approach. It's not just revisiting scary places, it's confronting the denial that keeps the horror alive. The town doesn't just house fear, it feeds it. Pennywise's shadow looms. Pennywise doesn't make a full appearance in the trailer, but his presence is unmistakable. Red balloons, sewer grates, the kind of whisper that crawls under your skin, that absence? It's intentional. Series director Andy Muschietti shared this with The Hollywood Reporter. "We're holding back on Pennywise because this show is about fear as a disease. It spreads, it corrupts. Pennywise is just one symptom." It's a powerful statement because it reframes Pennywise not as the source of evil, but as the result of it. The real sickness is Derry itself. Fear lingers in its streets, seeps into its people, and becomes something monstrous. Pennywise is just what fear looks like when it's given a face. Instead of early jump scares, the trailer delivers dread, the sound of whispers through bathroom pipes, a child dragged beneath the water while fishing, the police chief warning kids to stay out of things they don't understand. This isn't just horror, it's atmospheric rot, and the question isn't if Pennywise appears, it's when you realize he's already there. This approach mirrors the best parts of the original films, letting the terror fester before the clown ever smiles. The Black Spot Incident. One of the most chilling and socially relevant aspects of the new series is its focus on the Black Spot, a nightclub for black patrons in 1960s Derry that was burned down in a racially motivated attack. This event is canon from Stephen King's novel, and the show is finally putting it front and center. This isn't a throwaway flashback, it's core to the plot. Actor Giovanna Dapo, who plays one of the central characters, told Entertainment Weekly, "There's horror in this series that's not supernatural, and that might be the most terrifying part. The Black Spot episode hits hard. It's not just backstory, it's trauma that echoes through the whole season. By drawing a line between real-world injustice and supernatural evil, Welcome to Derry is making a bold statement. It's not just about fear of clowns, it's about fear of being ignored, erased, and othered. The Black Spot Fire isn't just horror lore, it's a scar in Derry's past. In King's world, tragedy like this don't just fade, they echo. The pain, fear, and silence that followed became fuel for something darker. Welcome to Derry may explore how collective trauma, especially the kind born from hatred and injustice, doesn't stay buried, it lingers. And in a town like Derry, fear doesn't just haunt the victims, it infects the whole town. That's when Pennywise knows it's time to feed. New characters, familiar terror. We're not following the Losers Club this time, but the structure is familiar. A tight-knit group of outsiders slowly uncovering their town's horrific secrets. The main cast includes Taylor Page, Giovanna Depot, James Remar, and Steven Ryder. Their characters are original, but they're stepping into the same nightmare. The trailer scenes show eerie parallels, kids riding bikes through town, hushed warnings from adults, and the kind of haunting dream logic that defines a good King adaptation. Steven Ryder said in a press junket, "The show is about cycles, not just Pennywise's return, but the cycle of trauma that runs through families and communities. Each character is dealing with fear differently, and that makes the group dynamic explosive. Fear in this story isn't just an outside force, it's personal. It amplifies old wounds, buried guilt, and the quiet tension between people who don't know if they can fully trust each other. That's what makes this group dynamic volatile. These aren't just victims of a haunted town, they're mirrors for one another's pain. And as Pennywise's influence grows, their deepest fears won't just divide them, they'll expose the cracks they've tried to ignore. Their bond and their unraveling will be at the heart of this series. Behind the scenes and canon connection. The creative team is stacked. Andy and Barbara Muschietti return, with Andy directing the first 4 episodes. Jason Fuchs and Brad Caleb Kane serve as showrunners. This is a big deal. The Muschiettis helm both It films in 2017 and 2019, bringing Pennywise back into pop culture with serious horror weight. Their visual tone, red, raw, grounded in trauma, is already baked into the trailer. The show takes place decades before It Chapter 1, but it's building directly into that world. You'll see familiar landmarks like the Neibolt House and Derry Public Library, but this time it's not about solving the mystery, it's about watching it grow. According to showrunner Brad Caleb Kane, we're not just doing Easter eggs, we're laying track for what comes later. Some of the events in this show will ripple directly into the 2017 film. We're building connective tissue. That connective tissue may be the key to elevating this series from prequel to essential lore. The teaser hints at threads that may tie directly into the 2017 film. The presence of a new group of kids uncovering Derry's secrets mirrors the Losers Club's journey, while the depiction of the Black Spot Fire could add layers to Mike Hanlon's backstory. These aren't just nods for fans, they're narrative bridges. Welcome to Derry isn't just setting the stage for Pennywise, it's filling in the emotional and historical gaps that the films only hinted at. Can this series work without a novel? One of the biggest questions fans have is, can Welcome to Derry work without direct Stephen King source material? The answer, it depends on how much risk the writers are willing to take. The opportunity is huge. Without a strict roadmap, the series can explore hidden corners of King's world. It can take bold swings with new characters, timelines, and perspectives. But the danger is real too. Over-explaining Pennywise could neuter the character's mystique. Making evil too tidy, too explainable, might rob it of its power. That's why restraint is key. And so far, the trailer suggests they're leaning into ambiguity, not exposition. That creative freedom is both a gift and a gamble. Without a strict roadmap, the show can take bold narrative swings, but fans will be watching closely. The challenge is to honor King's tone without becoming overly explanatory. The more we know about Pennywise, the less terrifying he becomes. That's why subtlety matters. If Welcome to Derry can preserve the unknown while expanding the story's deeper history, it could elevate, not dilute, the legacy it's building toward. If they can keep that balance, give us answers without ruining the fear, this show could carve out its own legacy. Release date, format, and Stranger Things impact. Welcome to Derry is set to release in fall 2025 on HBO and will feature 9 episodes in its first season. But here's the twist. It may go head-to-head with Stranger Things 5. Both shows target overlapping audiences, fans of 80s nostalgia, supernatural mystery, and ensemble casts of kids facing impossible odds. The difference? Welcome to Derry is promising pure horror. No sci-fi, no government labs. Just darkness, dread, and the echo of balloons in the wind. Could this actually be an advantage? Some fans think so. Horror purists may flock to Derry for a darker, bloodier alternative. Others might get horror fatigue and choose the more familiar Hawkins. The beauty of having Welcome to Derry and Stranger Things airing around the same time is that fans of one will likely find something to love in the other. Both shows deal with trauma, friendship, and supernatural terror rooted in small-town secrets. If timed right, viewers won't be left waiting in the dark. They'll have another eerie world to step into while waiting for the next episode to drop, and that's a win for all of us. No matter what, this clash could define the tone of fall 2025. Welcome to Derry isn't just a prequel, it's a warning. It asks the question most horror stories won't. What if the real monster isn't the one hiding in the sewer, but the silence that lets evil spread? With a fearless creative team, chilling themes, and Pennywise's shadow hanging over the town, HBO may have just opened the door to something we can't close. If you're ready to face the fear before the clown even returns, hit that subscribe button. We've got more twisted deep dives ahead, and this is only the beginning. And until next time, scrambled out.